Hi, my name is Sarah from Lux Molds, and today I will be showing you how to make this tile using our Hexagon tile mold. The supplies that we are going to need are a mold, some type of mold release agent, 2 buckets, one for mixing and one for measuring out the cement, a small shovel, if you're mixing by hand, if you don't have an electric mixer. What I do recommend is getting this drill mixing attachment. It works really well for the size of batches that we pour into all of our molds. However, if you're doing multiple batches, let's say more than 2 batches, I would recommend getting a more heavy duty mixing steering wheel. This will work great. We just don't want to burn out our drill. And then we are going to need a scale that measures in grams. And then last but not least, some PPE. So we have our mask here, and then also some gloves. So for this recipe, we're going to use 4 ingredients. 2 of them are optional. The first one is this rapid set cement all, water, of course, and then the 2 optional ones are this concrete pigment. You can get it in the powder form or the liquid form. And then also our super plasticizer, which makes our tiles a lot stronger by giving us the ability to use less water in the concrete mix without sacrificing the flowability and the viscosity of our mixture. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is get our scale. We're going to turn it on, and we're going to take our main mixing bucket, set it on the scale, make sure it's in grams, and then we're going to go ahead and clear out that weight, just so we don't get the bucket weight in our calculations. Then for this recipe, we're going to use the water first, and we're going to use 225 grams of it, which is 15% of the cement weight, in case you were interested. So go ahead and pour this in at 225. Right, we went over. So take a little bit out. 229. Okay, 225. The next thing we're going to do is get our super plasticizer. We're going to add this to the water, and it's going to be 15 grams. So we're going to go ahead and clear out my scale to 0, and then go ahead and slowly add this in here. And to avoid clumping, you could just sprinkle it around. It helps avoid that clumping. All right, just do a little more. There we go. And then before I add the coloring, I'm just gonna mix it. And then for the coloring, we can do 2 to 5% of this. So I'm doing 5%, and that would be 75 grams. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear out my scale and get it to hit 0. And then I'm gonna do 75 grams of my coloring. All right. Got that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up again. Okay, now that we have that, now it's time to get our cement. So we're gonna weigh this out, take our cement bucket, set it down on the scale, clear it out, and then we are gonna do 1,500 grams of cement. Use my small shovel to scoop this in here. 1,500 grams. Okay, now that I have my cement measured out, I'm going to pour it slowly into here, mixing as I go. You can also pour a little mix, pour a little mix. So here you can see there's some bubbles in it, but it's smooth and it's kind of like a milkshake consistency or a cake batter consistency. This is what we're going for. Now it's time to pour. I have this wood piece here just so I can transfer my molds when it's wet. And I'm going to go ahead and put mold release on this. I would spray it pretty generously. And then we are going to take our mixture and start pouring it into the shapes. You really want to do it slowly. And if you pour you just don't want to pour too much, but if you pour too little, you can always come back and add more to it. Okay, now that we have filled the shapes, we want to go ahead and tap it out. You want to do this for at least a minute to help get those trapped air bubbles out. Now that we have thoroughly tapped this out, we are going to wait 2 to 3 hours for it to dry, depending on your temperature and your humidity. And then it will be ready to demold. So I will see you guys in about 2 hours. All right, now it is time to demold. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna be pretty gentle with it. That one just slipped right out because of the mold release. Look how gorgeous that is. All right, let's get the rest of these out. So there are the sage green hexagon tiles, and I can definitely see this in a bathroom. Be absolutely beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning how to make these hexagon tiles. I will have the PDF recipe linked down below along with the supplies and the ingredients used. And if you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to answer them for you. And I will be making more videos just like this one in my channel. So if you would like, please subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.